Okay, well then, welcome bronies to the... Okay, I completely...
Wow.
Well, this is what editing's for. This is what editing is exactly built for. I love...
No, keep it in.
Fine. Yes, welcome to the FOB Equestria Podcast, the official podcast of FOB Equestria. This time, it is Spangle here yet again. This time with me is Firebrand, also again. Miche, also again. And Silvermane, who wasn't with us last week.
I had duty and stuff.
He did have...
You said duty.
That was cool.
Yes. We are all such mature, professional military people here, aren't we?
We are.
Especially
totally.
me.
Especially Firebrand up there.
Because I'm your boss, and you have to, and I'm leading by example up here.
You are the shining example of what we all should strive to be.
Up there with his head in the clouds.
Glory. All you plebeian commoners, bask in the glory of Commander Firebrand. Oh!
Just wait till the revolution.
Yet until just about a month ago, you were the lowest ranking in FOB Equestria.
Wait, who's the lowest ranking now?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Senior Master Sergeant's
I
so
don't know.
low.
I think a lot of us are all tied with E4 now.
Yeah, actually, that sounds about right. Although I'll probably be testing for E5 before the year's out, so...
Yeah, I'm looking at E5 within the next few months.
Oh, well, I guess it's a competition now.
Yep.
Ooh, it's on.
It is.
Spangle.
It is on. But, okay. Maybe actually get this train on some sort of track here. Equestria Girls. Yeah, went there.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, so there's been a lot of... I've seen some memes. I'll say this much. I've seen some memes out there that are, making fun of bronies for not even giving it a chance when they don't even technically know what it is yet. Already being overly critical and saying, well, we say, you should give the show a chance when we talk about My Little Pony, and then we're being so critical of Equestria Girls, we're coming across as hypocritical. And I say, good point, but at the same time, have you seen some of the art? Come on!
I mean, one of the positives of Gen 4 ponies is that the art looks really nice. And right now, all we have to go off of Equestria Girls is the art, and it looks absolutely dreadful.
It's scary.
Their necks are thicker than their stomachs.
Rainbow Dash's hair looks so bad.
It's like if Rarity saw that, she would have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I can understand the deal with the ears. Are they real? Are they cosplay ears? I mean, what's up? They don't look that much of anything like that very first picture we got.
Seriously,
they were in
I'm
high
looking.
school.
Yeah, that first picture we got wasn't that bad, but this new one looks really bad.
It's the things nightmares are made of.
Yeah, seriously, it's like prepubescent furries tried to make a fetishized anime. It's disgusting. It's frightening.
Hey,
I almost think it's a troll. I mean, it's somebody scamming people because.
Yeah, that's also what I'm
website
thinking.
isn't
It's
active.
like this is too bad to. I really think it's a troll post.
I think so too. I mean, even Hasbro
I'm
wouldn't.
inclined to agree.
possible. It
It's
is.
like, how could this possibly get past design phase?
And yeah, I think you were mentioning it earlier, Firebrand, about how, and I am referring to Skype chat stuff, that some people argue, well, if the writing's good enough, and if these plot lines good enough, you can get past, bad design and animation. But
you really can.
But it's already strike one. I mean, if they mess up something like this bad,
this early,
you really gotta wonder what else we have coming for us.
Yeah.
Okay, let me use an analogy here. Okay, imagine if puke mutated, and like all these groups of different piles of puke mutated, and they started acting out Hamlet. Would you? It's like, sure, Hamlet's a good story, but you aren't going to get past the fact that it's puke reciting Shakespeare. That is freaking disturbing.
Kind of, just a bit. Yeah.
Especially since on something like that, it isn't any harder to do fairly decent drawings than it is to do something that horrible.
So I've seen good anthroponies. I've seen good
Oh, yeah.
humanized ponies. These
Definitely
look hideous.
Yes,
and scary. These are freaking scary. It's like trying to translate Dr. Seuss to 3D. Oh wait, they already do that, and it actually looks freaking scary.
Yeah, like I can understand why they're skinny. Yes, okay, they look like twigs, they look like Barbie, but that is the what is in right now. If you went back about 100 years, being fat was attractive, and I can argue from here until 6 years from now about how being fat is unhealthy. Being really skinny and really fat is unhealthy. It's just that is what is in. That is pop culture right now. So I can understand the art style of them being really skinny. And look at their legs. I mean, I'm looking at the picture right now, and their legs are longer than the rest of their body. Yeah. It's just the style of art.
Somebody posted somewhere that they were trying to capitalize
Stop
on the
trying
Monster
to be
High.
Sailor Moon.
They look more like brats than they do anything else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly right. I mean, the big eyes, the big poofy lips, the grotesquely disproportionate limbs.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just, it's bad. It's awful. I can't hardly see it as being a real project.
I mean, there's so much that's wrong with it. The ears, the discolored skin, just the wrong proportions.
It looks like they're trying to keep the traits of their pony types, I guess. They're trying too hard to keep their traits. Like Fluttershy's eyes, those look nice on a pony. Those do not look good on a human. Rainbow Dash's skin color looks great on a pony, looks awful on a human.
Blue.
Yeah, so I would have.
How long has she been holding her breath? I mean, gosh.
Yeah. So
and Rarity looking like a marshmallow, it looks like she has never been out in the sun ever. It looks wrong because we don't expect these traits in a person. You don't expect somebody to look literally pure white. It looks disgusting.
It does.
It looks like a kabuki play from Japan, almost.
Exactly.
Makes her look like a vampire.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
No.
Fire.
It's awful.
That is awful. Josh, you're
Ponies
horrible.
should never be referenced in any way to Twilight, ever.
Twilight Sparkle.
No!
You're horrible. You are absolutely horrible. But if they had taken this art style with some of the actual well done, like in just kind of like in the same way that some of the artists in this community have done really well humanized ponies, that would have been fine. That would have been actually kind of cool. Now, actually, there was one thing I have to ask. Has this been confirmed? I've heard that this is going to be kind of like a movie thing.
Multiple theaters have listings. I was personally hoping that the whole Equestria Girls thing was just some very elaborate troll. And if it was, okay, then very good props. But a lot of theaters have had listings for Equestria Girls, so I'm like...
I saw that. And, what was it, 4 months ago, Hasbro sued for the naming rights to Equestria Girls and got it. So they were planning on doing something with it.
Like, I have my suspicions in this being fake because Hasbro took Equestria Girls, but that little reference thing we have is mopeg.com.
Which is inactive.
Right. I'm not even sure if that's an official Hasbro website.
So you can click on that and you get a domain name locator.
Right. Yeah. So that makes me really, really suspicious. I mean, anybody can Photoshop that
exactly.
Picture. So the fact that we haven't had any official word from Hasbro on either of these pictures makes me really, really suspicious because, I mean, think about what happened with Alicorn Twilight. Hasbro blew that up for the media attention. You really think they're not going to do the same thing with Equestria Girls and, troll the hell out of everybody on their Twitter and things like that? It makes me really suspicious that, we have, a picture to show everyone, but we're going to give it to you through really, really irreputable sources.
Yeah, okay, so as far as we are aware, there's actually no solid evidence yet to indicate this might actually there is still the possibility out there this could be a complete hoax. This is just one big practical joke out there. So
if it is, then 10 out of 10 because we bit hard.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
The only facts we got now is that Hasbro bought the rights to Equestria Girls and theaters are showing show times. That's it. Hasbro has said nothing.
Well,
but they didn't say anything for Alicorn Twilight either.
Yeah, we'll
no,
see.
They did.
On the other hand,
but
it's like, and the thing is, for Alicorn Twilight, we had Tara Strong and M.A. Larson just saying, "Just watch the episode; it'll all be fine."
Right. I believe in M.A. Larson.
We had the banner with Alicorn Twilight in Europe, and then Alicorn Twilight plushie started showing up.
Yep.
And we had a little bit of forewarning.
We did.
And all we have right now is 4chan saying, "Hey, look, Equestria Girls, I got this from Hasbro."
And 4chan is so reputable. 4chan's completely reliable.
They're all the ones that saying there was going to be.
On the other hand, they're where the fan base started. So.
Oh, well, this is true.
Pretty much.
But at the same time, it's still 4chan. I mean, really, it's not that I have any sort of dislike or vendetta against them, but you've got to take what you see on 4chan with a grain of salt. I mean, why do you think people initially thought bronies were just people trolling other people? Because it started on 4chan.
Because mods are asleep post ponies.
Yes.
Exactly.
Post all the ponies.
Yeah. If I'm going to be completely honest, I've never been on 4chan.
I have, but very limited. I never made an account for 4chan.
Usually, I only go on if somebody posts a link in the chat to a picture, and I'll click on it. But I haven't gone there and troll the B-boards or anything.
Yeah, it's my exposure to 4chan is, especially in terms of a participant, are very limited, if not non-existent in some areas. So I tend to not partake in that part of the internet. I'd like to, hold on to at least some semblance of innocence, no matter how limited.
Well, we all know there's nice things and bad things in the world. Why go look for the bad things on purpose? We know it's there.
And just to be clear, we aren't really hating on 4chan.
No, they can. It's freedom. They can do whatever they want. People can like it. And more power to them. It's just not my thing.
Yep, same here. To each their
Spangle
own.
just realized the impact of the accusations he's just made.
What, you mean the fact that it sounded like I was completely hating on 4chan?
Yep.
Yeah.
We all know what happens then.
Oh, people get butthurt and, bad things happen. Like I said, you're free to do whatever you want, and I'm free to do whatever I want. Just, it is, unfortunately, it happens every now and again in the fandom. People tend to be a little overly zealous. I'm guilty of it myself. So, but at the end of the day, you just gotta love and tolerate, man.
Exactly. Sometimes we forget that.
Yeah, sometimes people forget the tolerate part, especially.
Yeah, especially if it comes to something like you mentioned the name Hasbro and everybody freaks out. They're awful, they're horrible, they're terrible.
Evil, soulless corporation.
You talk to some of the writers and talents, they really don't have that much of a problem with them. I remember it at Las Pegasus, they said they really don't interfere that much. So
of course, they are on their payroll. They are under their control. Conspiracy. Yeah, but anyway, so Equestria Girls. Yeah. We'll see.
And as far as I know, none of the talent from My Little Pony has said anything about doing voice work or music or anything for that. So there's that too.
I think I remember. It's not confirmed. Don't quote me on this, but I think I remember a tweet from Daniel Ingram saying the music in it is good, or was it M.A. Larson? I'm not entirely sure. I think I just remember a tweet saying that the music for Equestria Girls is going to be good.
Well, at the same time, okay, if the same people are working on this, you've got to have a little bit of faith if it's the same people.
But none of that is confirmed. So
yeah, but again,
it's all literally speculation.
It really is.
Saying the music is good does not mean Daniel Ingram is doing it.
True. Okay, so I guess we reserve judgment until something's confirmed.
A trailer
solid.
shows up.
If it's true, I'm gonna watch it because I have to because I don't like judging things before I see them.
Okay.
But forgive me if I withhold my enthusiasm.
Oh, you went there, and I love you for going there. Favorite pony? Yes. But
No, favorite pony is Rarity.
your favorite pony is Rarity. Mine is Luna. This has already been established.
She was only in two.
Favorite
she was only
pony
in
is
3
Rarity
episodes.
and Luna, but best pony is Scootaloo.
We are not
Best
going down this
filly
road.
is Scootaloo.
No, we're going down this
No!
road. Scootaloo? Seriously?
I like Sweetie Belle, personally.
Yeah, seriously,
Sweetie
get on
Belle's
my
awesome.
level.
I'm the only one in the
Squeaky
whole
Belle.
fandom that likes Apple Bloom, I guess.
I like Apple Bloom.
Apple
She's the only-
Bloom is second best filly.
She's second in my
Best
book,
filly.
too. And Tweak would hate us all if he was here. He would be raging so hard. But, okay, so I guess on the subject of judging things, Littlest Pet Shop, I know we haven't discussed this at all, but has anyone here even looked at that or given it a chance?
I did.
I
yes,
haven't.
one or two
I haven't
episodes.
seen it really.
I haven't seen it
I haven't
either.
seen an episode because I've been busy.
And
With
it's
ponies.
done by
The ponies are satisfying to me enough.
I watched it because Tara Strong was on it. Daniel Ingram did the music. Kathy Weissluck was on there, and it's flash animation. It's charming. The story's entertaining, but it doesn't have the magic there. First of all, there's humans and talking animals in it. Okay, how many times have we seen that? It's. I predict maybe 3 seasons at the most. 65 episodes, and it'll probably be going. I mean, it's all right, but it's nothing. It's nothing extraordinary.
Yeah, honestly, I was really hesitant about it as well. I did make it partway through an episode before I said this isn't. There wasn't anything I really hated about it, but there wasn't anything that really made me say, "Wow, this is awesome!" Like seriously, first time I watched ponies, it sucked me in, and I watched several episodes, and one after the other. And
Exactly.
Littlest Pet Shop didn't do that, and
It
so
doesn't,
I.
the magic isn't there. It's just
Yeah.
it's
like-
just another show.
I kind of looked at it and I'm like, this looks like they're clearly trying to rip off ponies, and it's just nothing about it really caught my eye. I was like, this does not interest me at all.
Of course, now our standards are to that of My Little Pony, and
Right.
let's face it, those are high standards. So, when not comparing it to MLP, it's probably pretty good. But when you're watching it and in your mind constantly comparing it to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, it's not going to do it for you.
Well, I
Let's
remember one
see.
time one of the Disney
Purple,
animators.
magenta, and
Right,
freaking.
Well, yeah, it's hard not to compare it.
Well, like main character of ponies, color scheme. Main character of Littlest Pet Shop, color scheme. I mean,
Really.
and I'm pretty sure, aren't they? Isn't the main character of Littlest Pet Shop also voiced by Tara Strong?
Yes, I think it's
Yeah.
Pepper. But
So,
one of
yeah.
one of the real famous animators from Disney back in the past, Wolfgang Reitherman, said if you put humans and talking animals in a movie, the talking animals have to be really extraordinary. The human will just dominate, and that's what's happening on this one. You got talking animals, but they're not anything that really stands out. So you've got humans in there, and people naturally focus on them.
Yeah. So I guess no one here is a fan of My Little. What is it? Littlest
I
Pet
don't-
Shop. Yeah.
Little Pet. I don't hate it. It's
My
just-
Little Pet Shop.
My Little Pet
Right.
Shop. Totally. Make it a thing, internet. I'm pretty
And I
sure it's
know-
already a thing.
It's sort of a thing. I'm sure everybody. There has been things out there saying, "Well, Hasbro's trying to get another fandom started." I don't know if that's true or not. I think they're just trying to capitalize on the popularity a little bit, but I can't see a huge
That's what I
fandom
think.
starting over this.
Yeah, and I think
It's been out for a few months now, and
I think
there
it's
isn't
24
much,
episodes into the first season.
Yeah, and there's not really any speed.
No.
There's literally no momentum on it, so
yeah,
The
and not
biggest-
that I've noticed anyway.
Well, the biggest audiences they had was when they put it on opposite of some of the big MLP episodes. Then, of course, people just stayed on the same channel to watch it. But it's numbers. I kind of watch the numbers on both of these a little bit, and they're not going up like MLP is.
Okay, so yeah, it's not gonna really reach the same. At least with the current indications, it's not gonna take off like MLP. It's not gonna reach the same sort of status.
No, it's hard to recapture something like that twice.
No, it really is. This fandom, the Brony community, is really one of those freak
once in a
occurrences.
lifetime.
Yeah.
And to think that they can do it on purpose a second time, I really don't see it happening.
You cannot force
No.
something like this.
Exactly.
So
So I guess our consensus on Equestria Girls is not excited about it, but we'll reserve judgment till we at least see a trailer or something.
Yep.
Okay.
But
cool.
I like I said, I really don't think I'm gonna watch it unless I'm given some incentive for it.
unless someone I know and trust and respect their like critical view, like let's say Commander Firebrand up there goes and sees it for whatever reason, and he said, "Man, that thing was awesome." I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to see it.
Lauren Faust tweaks. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, that would work too.
And I'm only getting paid $50,000 to make this
First to say,
tweet.
yeah.
Oh, come on, Lauren would never sell out.
I think she can about do what she wants now.
Yeah, she really can. What was that
she got-
laugh?
Everyone has a price, I assure you.
Well,
Let's not go there.
yeah, that's really
Yeah.
one of those discussions we probably shouldn't have. But I guess
I didn't say discuss it. I just made a statement.
you made your opinion known, which I may disagree
My
with.
very
but
volatile opinion.
it is a volatile opinion, and like I said, we aren't going to go there. We really shouldn't go there. So
Let's continue.
Let's continue. Gray Delisle, a while back. This is a bit of old news, but she tweeted about voicing a pony who was gray as well. And there was some speculation for a while. I saw something on MeBase that someone compared it, said, "Oh, maybe Octavia's getting a voice," and then someone said, "Maybe Derpy's getting a voice," because she even tweeted back, like someone asked her, what is something this pony would say as a line, and she said, "Muffins." And then people were like, "Oh, it's Derpy," and I think it's actually been confirmed now that this isn't an official Hasbro product.
Uh-oh.
This is not an official My Little Pony thing, but she's doing it as part of a sort of fan production.
Right.
So, honestly, Gray Delisle, awesome. If the listeners
Professional talent for a fan production, I'm impressed.
apparently, yeah. I mean, on Equestria Daily, I think this was a post way back, like a few months ago. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. But I do think it said it had been confirmed that this was for a fan little project here. So let's Gray Delisle, and if I can find, here it is. Verbatim, this is what the update says. This has been confirmed to be a fan project. I am still interested in seeing it though. Not a lot of those end up with industry voice actors. So yes, apparently, according to Equestria Daily, which is usually pretty good when it says something's confirmed. Equestria Daily usually has its sources pretty solid when they confirm something. So yeah, Gray Delisle taking part in a fan project. I mean, it's not the first time the industry talent has taken time to help out with a fan project, but it certainly isn't the norm.
Well, as much as I'd like to see Derpy talk again, I really can't see Hasbro, after taking her out, putting her back in as a voice again.
Yeah, after what has become known as Derpygate, Hasbro's
Exactly,
probably not
yeah.
gonna touch that.
She might be in the background a little bit more, but I don't know. I can't see her really having a speaking role again.
Well, considering the speculation that she will not exist in season 4, I would.
There's speculation on that, and there was a post on that, but that post was confirmed, as far as my sources go, to have been not made by an official Hasbro representative. So it's still likely we'll see her in the background in season 4, but I don't think we'll ever see her again in more than a background capacity. And
No.
Josh, you were sighing, Mr. Firebrand. What was that sigh for?
Just the whole Derpy phenomenon. It's a sore spot with me.
Is it? I don't think I've ever heard you say that before, and I don't. If you don't want to expound upon it, that's fine.
All right, I actually kind of do want to expound upon it
Okay,
because
I'll sit back and listen.
The floor is yours.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
do you know what offends me beyond all belief?
Sure.
Offended people.
Offended people offend you. I'm offended, you're offended.
I am inclined to agree with Firebrand. 100%
Actually,
on
I am
this.
too. Some people
You mean
just need
easily
to...
offended people. That,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Easily offended people. Yeah. Continue.
It's like easily offended people really tick me off because if someone just uses that word, they say, I'm offended by this. This offends me. Suddenly, everyone just has to back off and listen to what they say and pander to all of their tastes and all of their views and all of their values. And it's like, forget artistic integrity. Forget doing things just because you...
Because this is America and you're free to do what you want.
Your tone offends me, sir. Cease.
I don't care. That's what you
Thank
say.
you.
Whenever
Thank
someone
you.
whenever someone says that you've offended me, I say, I don't care. Game over.
Game over.
You being offended offends me, so stop being offended.
You want to know what's worse? When people say, I'm offended because someone else might be offended by that. And because it doesn't have any relevance to me, but I'm offended by that statement because it's not offensive to me personally on any personal level, but someone else might be offended by that, therefore I'm offended you would say it. And I'm just like, wait.
Offense by proxy.
It's like whenever someone
Yeah.
says you've offended me, I say you too, and they go home and sue themselves.
Well, I could see if they had a leg to stand on if it was done on purpose, but it wasn't done on purpose
No.
to offend anybody.
No, it wasn't.
It was done as a shout out to the fandom.
And not only that, it's not the first time that a character in an animated series has been given a kind of a goofy role. I mean,
Yeah.
Patrick Starr.
exactly. And he
You know,
didn't
it's
cause
like
this huge controversy.
People complain about Derpy, but Screwloose, as far as I know, there was no complaints on her, and she was way crazier and funnier looking than Derpy ever was.
Well, that's true. Screwloose, crazy, insane, barking pony. At the
No
same
problem.
There was no problem there, but the moment...
Screwloose and Screwball.
Yeah, and so there was definitely a lot of hurt.
Overreaction and butt hurt.
Yeah, kind of both sides, honestly.
Over basically, the Brony community overreacted a little bit too on that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know there are people in the community. What's the YouTube handle? I'm not quite sure on her real name, but her YouTube handle is Bald Dumbo Rat. She's the person who voices Derpy in the event, like the Doctor Who's online YouTube series, with Pierce Smolder. And as far as if I remember correctly, she made even like a few YouTube videos about how she has been like diagnosed with a disability. I can't remember exactly what, but how she, as a disabled person, as a handicapped person, was not offended by Derpy. She was actually kind of glad that showing someone with a handicap being able to participate in normal society and still be accepted for who they were, rather than kind of
Right.
just pretending these people don't exist, pretending they can't become part of society at all, that their existence isn't okay, so we kind of just ignore them and pretend like they aren't there. And I can understand that reasoning. I really can. But like I said, there was a lot of hurt on both sides. So, yeah, Derpygate. Yeah.
And it's still going on.
It is, especially for people new to the fandom who learn about it. They are like, it's like all over again.
Yeah, I'm on fire.
And it's like,
It's just the word. It's just the word offensive or offended. The word offended just activates a little tumor in the back of my head.
do you get a little eye twitch going when someone says it?
Yes,
Veins
it's,
start
I've
pulsing.
chosen to dub this tumor Christmas. You know why?
No.
because it's always acceptable to say Merry Christmas except at Christmas time.
Yeah. So honestly, as a okay, when it comes to offending things, like offensive things, I'm a maintainer. Okay, you have to have thick skin in this job. It takes a lot to offend me. I can get annoyed by things, but I'm never offended.
There's a difference between maliciously offending someone on purpose and someone
Right.
being offended by truth.
Yeah, exactly. And Honestly,
I'm under no obligation to apologize if I am speaking the truth. The truth is supposed to offend you. That's how you know you don't got it.
yeah, I suppose that's the truth is usually harsh.
And to be offended by something, it has to have the potential to
Yes,
cause
I
harm.
get it.
And
There's
has
something
anybody
called
ever
tact.
said, "I saw Derpy on TV, now my life is ruined"?
No,
But like the thing
come
is,
on.
all of these people are offended for others. It's like, oh, she
Thank
is.
you.
It's like, okay, please name me a retarded person who was offended by Derpy.
yeah,
I can say none of them. I guarantee you, every single one of them heard her speak and then laughed.
And then,
really hard.
if not-
because she was silly. She was innocent and she was silly.
agreed.
Yeah. Oh,
why
yeah. Do
would
you ever notice
why
that the
would
person
anybody
that-
be offended by that?
Yeah. Hey, have you ever noticed that whenever racism is depicted in the media, it's always white man that rushes to black man's aid?
Okay.
I haven't really noticed that, but
Okay.
it's
It's
kind of going into.
It's like whenever I'm talking to people, whenever it's like when there was something quote unquote racist in a movie, it's usually never a black person that complains about it. It's always a white person.
I can hear some truth in what you're saying. Honestly, I don't pay attention that much. I don't really follow the mainstream media much, honestly. So, but I do get the point you're trying to make. And
It's like if challenged or minorities have problems with something, let them speak up.
I agree. Like I said earlier, what bothers me are when people get offended because it might offend someone else. It doesn't have any relevance to them personally. And from what I heard, Derpygate, a lot of times, people have characterized it by mothers overreacting because of their children or someone else. Either their child or a child they know could possibly be offended by it. And it wasn't making fun of mentally handicapped people, and not in any way, shape, or form. And they were making, their logic was just simply flawed, in my opinion. So, but like I said, this whole, Derpygate, yeah. Final thoughts and comments before we abandon thread.
Nope. Everything that has needed to be said has been said.
Do you agree, Commander? Are you going to sigh at me again? Indeed, he will. Okay. I'll take that as your consent to move on.
Yes.
So
I am done with my rage against the offended little wussy whiners.
yeah, let's just finish it off by saying some people need to grow thicker skin and leave it at that.
And that's the thing. I'm a person who needs to grow a thicker skin.
Clearly, because you seem to get up in arms about so many things.
Yes.
But moving forward from me bashing my commanding officer, apparently.
You're fired.
Moving forward to the rear.
Moving forward onto, I don't even know.
Rear.
To the rear harch? Fine. Now's as good a time as any, Silvermane, for you to discuss what you want to discuss.
I would be glad to. All right. Certain authors throughout the last few years have done projects where Stephen King and Peter Straub is a good example. One of them will write an outline to an idea, not even a story, and write the first few chapters of it and hand it off to another author who his only rule is follow the basic outline of the story, and you write a couple more chapters and hand it off to a third person until the whole story is written. And I thought it would be a good idea if we could try that at FOB Equestria. I know we have people that are some really good writers. Tweak is one of them.
Yep.
And there's others that write and like to write fanfics. And so I've got a basic outline I was working on the past week or so. And if everybody's willing, I'd go ahead and flesh it out a little bit and maybe write the first chapter or two and then hand it off to somebody else. I think it'd be a really fun, interesting project for us to try.
Definitely. And, I know that technically, when you think about that would kind of be something under my division, but
Exactly,
I don't mind
that's why
outsourcing. you're a very reliable and capable person, so I don't mind outsourcing that to you.
Outsourcing.
It's what the military does with great efficiency.
Oh, don't remind me.
And so, yeah, you're right. There's plenty of people on staff. I've been known to try my hand at writing. Yeah, dabble in fan fiction writing. Tweak is pretty renowned. I think he even said his Under a Luminous Sky has now been is being put into the Pony fan fiction vault, which is being put together by RB-47, the guy who's kind of leading that. He's also a moderator, one of the head mods on FimFiction. So that was good news for him. But so Tweak writes, I write. Miche said he would try his hand at this, right?
Yes, sir.
So and
Great.
We know Firebrand up there has a few fix. Well, we on the staff know.
Yeah.
And even
I'm still working on them.
Yes, he is. Recasted. Yeah, that's like ongoing. That technically doesn't even have an end, does it?
Technically, no.
Yep. So, and then Red Sage even dabbles now. He started up his fan fiction. So I think the only person in the literature division that doesn't write is Dizziest Beef. But even he's kind of talking about possibly getting back into it. And he might even do it for this project. So, cool. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, well, one thing nice about doing it this way is you don't have to be intimidated by a whole story and a whole outline. You just take what somebody else wrote, add your contribution to it, and pass it on.
Yep.
Like me, I can write. I mean, I don't write like fan fictions because my biggest weakness in writing is dialogue.
Not mine.
I have a lot of trouble writing dialogue that fits the characters. What I'm really good at is descriptive writing. I can, portray what characters are doing really well, but I cannot write dialogue.
You don't have to write
I'd need a lot of help with that.
And
you can write the whole chapter with no dialogue at all if you want to. That's the deal. As long as you follow the basic plot. Who says they have to talk in your chapter? You're describing a situation that's
Plot.
Plot.
We are all so mature, already established. Yeah, no,
we just write for the plot, right?
So I guess, yeah, this would be a great project. I think it'd be something that would, kind of bring our staff a bit more together, and it'd be something we could, once it's been edited, which we'll have to designate an editor, which might be you, Silvermane. I think you might be the most reliable when it comes to editing. I don't know though. We might actually just have Tweak reach out to his editors, or Josh, do you have an editor or something that you have look over your story, your chapters before you publish anything?
No,
you kind of just do it all on your own because you're awesome.
Yep.
Got it.
And I probably should get an editor, but
yeah, Silver's my editor, so no, you can't have him.
I'm technically Silvermane's kind of editor, and I'm also an editor for my buddy who writes fiction.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Grammatical erroring, editing, not erroring, and just like paragraph formatting. Make sure that it conforms to the English language. Yep.
Yeah, that's typically good. So I guess we have plenty of writing talent on staff, and we might
we do.
It sounds like we're gonna get this thing underway once Silvermane gets his outline fleshed out, and there will be a fan fiction written by the FOB Equestria staff. How ridiculous it might be.
In addition to the fan fiction being written about the FOB Equestria staff.
I was actually just gonna go there. You totally read my mind, Miche. We're like on the same wavelength.
Either awesome. That or you just have latency in comparison to my mind.
Or that, that could be the thing. But yeah, actually, any news on that? You said you actually got a list together of Elements of Valor, right?
Yes, I actually have that list, despite the fact that I forgot it like 9 different times from my work computer. So yeah, I finally got that, and I will be getting it to everybody.
That's awesome, because I'm looking forward to finally getting all the information to... What is his actual handle? Does our author who's doing this have an actual handle on FimFiction?
I'm unaware of that. I am not the literature division, believe it or not.
Well, you've been the one in most contact with him, in all fairness.
Yes.
I do know his YouTube handle previously was Nod Disciple. His actual name is John, and apparently his other handle that is assigned to him is Torchwood Cav, and that's just CAV. So I don't know what his actual fanfiction handle is, though. So if he has one, but I would definitely like to see what comes of this from the information we give him. That's going to be interesting, and we'll also post that when chapter updates for that. I'll handle that because it is technically my division. So multiple fics, I guess, coming out from us, and I really need to get on top of my job.
I believe you do quite enough.
I do my best. I really do.
You do a lot, yeah.
These things do need to be priorities. Once they start getting underway, I do need to make these priorities so they don't fall by the wayside. And it's important to bring attention to military-themed, especially, that's one thing. Yes, we do reviews of non-military-themed fan fictions, but, I mean, really, I love it when you guys, and I'm talking to the viewers now, when you guys send in submissions of military-themed pony fan fictions. Those are awesome, because it flows so well with the theme of our site. Not only that, it gives us a chance to tear apart your limited knowledge on how the military actually works if you try to base it on actual Earth military.
Right. Or what you watched on TV.
Or what you watch on TV, because Full Metal Jacket is totally a realistic depiction of what life in the military is like.
It is.
So, yeah. So, I guess, what else? Because we talked about the fanfiction thing now. And, I know. So, one thing that one of our viewers, which will be named, Totally Not a Brony, is his handle on everything pretty much.
Oh, I know him. My OC lost to him in Equestrian Death Battle, which I'm still sore about.
Equestrian Death Battle! You're sore about that?
Butthurt.
No, I'm not sore about that. I knew my character wasn't
all
going
the
to win.
way.
But
I knew my character wasn't going to win.
oh,
It's like, I just looked at the matchup and I'm like, I'm screwed.
So
what about? Now I'm curious. I'm actually ignorant to the workings and the basis. The background surrounding Equestrian Death Battle. So, would you mind elaborating?
Oh, well, basically, the author of Equestrian Death Battle, he asked his audience to give some OCs to make Equestrian Death Battle fictions for. And basically there's this big tourney, and so a lot of people sent their OCs in, and I'm just going into this thinking, okay, none of my OCs are going to win this, because I don't know how many Mary Sue black and red alicorns that are going to be submitted. So
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, there's no way I'm going to win this. And so I send in the OC that I think has the best shot at doing the best, but I just know I'm not going to win this.
Well, in all fairness, Totally Not a Brony's OC. Well, I know his official OC, the one that he uses on his pictures.
Yeah, so when I looked at it, like, he had mechs. I'm like, oh.
Wait, he had mechs? Like, as in mechanized assault machines?
Yeah.
What? Okay then.
Well, they kind of put a limitation. The thing is, they put limitations on him just to make it fair. But the thing is, if you have to put limitations on someone in order to make it fair, then that kind of speaks for who's gonna win and who's not.
Yeah, kind of. I'll definitely concede that point. So anyway, now that we are familiar a little more with Equestrian Death Battle, Totally Not a Brony. So he is a author on fanfiction without actually quite a few followers and quite a lot of story views. I'm actually very surprised at his popularity. He also does artwork on DeviantART, which we have featured on our site before. I'm pretty damn certain on that one. And he submitted to us the question of, he basically just wanted to know what conventions our staff is planning on going to and then he wanted to know if we had any advice for first-time goers to conventions. So right now, I know Silvermane, you and Tweak are confirmed for Fiesta Equestria.
This is true.
So-
And Acer, I think, is going to be there too.
He's
And
not
DJ
technically
Shamrock
staff,
has said he'll be there.
but Acer is part of the community. He's not on our staff, just
Right.
to clarify.
But as far as that, it's me and Tweak, as far as I know, are definitely confirmed right now.
And status on press badges, have they confirmed those for you guys or no?
They have not. They sent an email saying, "Gee, we're sorry, we had life interrupted. We're a little behind," but they haven't said no yet, which is good news. I'm going to go ahead and probably tomorrow or the next day send them a real polite, nice email like, "Yeah, that guys forgot about us."
Yes.
What's the status? So I've been talking to the guy off and on. He seems real nice down there. We'll just have to maybe poke him a little bit.
So you will be there doing your best to work for the FOB staff. Even if you don't get press badges, you're probably going to be trying to grab people on the floor, maybe.
Yeah, I'll be in and out because I've got 3 or 4 jobs they assigned me down there, so I'll be running all over the place.
Awesome. So active.
It is possible that I would be able to go, but unlikely. So
Wait, to Fiesta Equestria?
yes, it is.
Wow.
It is possible, but because we've been really ridiculously short-manned recently, that is where my leave may or may not be declined. It also depends on finances, but I've been doing relatively well. So if I can manage to not buy anything for a while, then I should be good.
Yeah, that sounds. I know the feeling. I really do. Finances
You said,
are.
yeah. Miche said he had 2 more plushies coming in the mail or something?
No. That was somebody else in the community. I cannot afford any more plushies if I want to make cons.
Well, plushies are not cheap. This is
No,
if you want
good
good
one.
ones.
Especially mine. I think I've spent upwards of $1,000 on.
Oh
plushies.
gosh! Wow. Yeah. See, right there. If you want good plushies, you're typically gonna have to pay. So yeah. And then is there, to the best of our knowledge of who's here, anyone else making any other cons between Fiesta Equestria and BronyCon?
Well, for me, that's the only 2. I know Sweet Apple Acres is between them or right before Fiesta, I think. But really,
Isn't-
they haven't put much on their website yet.
You said you're gonna say something, Michelle?
After Las Pegasus Unicon, it's I've been kind of hesitant to go to any other cons except for BronyCon, especially new ones that just popped up.
I can understand that.
Yeah, you have Tara Strong syndrome. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. But it's
clearly.
understandable if you knew exactly how much money she went in the negative for going there. Not just made, but went in the negative.
Yeah. Again, I don't think we really want to go there. At least not now. But
yeah, I think one of the things that really saved us is we had gone there completely on our own finances. So when everything went south, we were able to pull together and help others. But I'm not sure. It all depends on how far everything is and how much everything costs.
True. So I guess the next convention after Fiesta Equestria that FOB Equestria will have a presence at, or at least is planned to have a presence at, is BronyCon.
Which we will be there with a full force.
Yeah, I think the only person on staff who is confirmed is not going is Major Tom, aka King Harold, aka Skycruncher.
He said, what was it, 2 days ago we was talking, he said he might possibly be able to make it depending on what his finances look like.
But
the plane tickets was like $1,100.
It wasn't looking very likely though. He said
Right.
more likely than not he will not be going to BronyCon.
If I could make BronyCon with a freaking $1,700 plane ticket, he can make it.
Well, wait. What?
Yeah, when I went to BronyCon last year, it was a $1,700 plane ticket.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Flying from Japan isn't.
Oh, yeah.
It's not cheap.
I forgot you were in Japan last year.
Yes.
Well, King Harold is, for those, he's currently going by the handle Major Tom. He is in Norway, for those unaware, which is why if you see a different language on our website,
Norway!
it's Norwegian, and that's the reason. He's our site manager. So, yeah, if you're wondering what's up with that, there you have your answer. So he's got to work a little harder than the rest of us on the staff to make BronyCon, which even now it looks like there is a chance he might make it. For me, it's likely. It's very likely, and I think for everyone else, I mean, we're pretty much all planning on being there. So
I'll do it if I have to go UA.
Wait, what? What?
Oh.
Huh? What? Huh? Who said that? Not me. Must have been the wind.
Yeah, I'm denying I heard you ever say that. So,
Yeah, hell or high water, I'm going to BronyCon, especially after what happened last year. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
yeah, so and we are, like Michelle said, we are hitting this full force. We have a lot of things in the works, but nothing we have confirmed right now.
Hugs will be plentiful.
Do you want to know? Oh, do you want to know what happened when I went to BronyCon the first time?
Yes.
My flight got canceled.
No.
On the way there or the way...
But it's like I just got confirmed leave to go to BronyCon, and I got to the airport and they said flight was canceled for maintenance. My
Wow.
heart sank.
I would have been like, give me a wrench, I'll go fix it.
You're lucky you're in the Air Force.
Yeah, I'm lucky I'm a maintainer in the Air Force. Bam.
Yeah. Anyways, and so what happened after that was, it's like, please, there's got to be a way I can get to there's got to be a way I can get to Secaucus as soon as possible. What do I have to do? Well, I can give you another plane ticket to. I can get you another plane ticket there, but you'll have to drive 2 hours to Raleigh, and then you'd only get about 4 hours of sleep. Dude, I am in the military. I operate off of 2 hours of sleep. I am going to BronyCon.
And also, yeah, we clearly see Commander Firebrand's commitment. Clearly. So, yeah, like I was saying, there are things in the works, but nothing confirmed. So, until things are confirmed, we cannot divulge what our plans are, because we don't want to get your hopes up. But even if nothing we have planned ends up getting approved or going through, we'll still be there. We'll still be there and having a good time with everyone else. You'll see us in our FOB Equestria shirts, and you can come up and say hi, and we'll shake your hands, and we'll be friendly. So, as bronies are frequently known to be.
Hugs will be plentiful.
Yes.
Yes.
Reiterating the hugs point.
But
Yes.
try and give me a bro hoof, and I will hit you.
Really? You not a fan of the bro hoof?
No.
I was
If you
not
see
aware.
Michelle, you will give him a hug, or I will not be a very
Oh
happy
no! Oh
pony.
no! I'm a hugger.
Michelle's a hugger, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to think who I haven't met on the main staff yet, in person. I know Firebrand. I have not met you in person. And
Yeah. So weren't we like
Maybe.
both at BronyCon?
no, really?
No, Spangle was not.
We've already
He's
this
the
question.
only one of the main 6 who are not.
Yeah,
Oh, it's because I saw your name in the credits of the BronyCon documentary, and I'm like, oh, you were at BronyCon?
that must be a different person, because I actually,
Spangler.
my last name is Spangler. Yes.
Yeah, because you were in the credits. You were in the special thanks.
That can't be me. That must be a different Spangler. I would assume.
Interesting.
I have no memory of doing anything
Interesting.
involved with the BronyCon documentary. Perhaps what was the first name given? Because the last name was Spangler.
I
What
don't
was the first
remember.
name?
I don't remember. All I remember is Spangler.
Huh.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was a different Spangler, because I have no recollection.
You don't remember going to BronyCon is what you're saying.
That would be horrible. Well, that's either either something really bad happened or something really great happened, and I'm not sure. But yeah, BronyCon, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, all joking aside, I was not there last year. There was no way that it was gonna happen for me last year, and that made me sad. But hey, I'm gonna make up for it this year.
Right.
And oh yes, regardless of that, DJ Hollowpoint, a community musician and military brony. I will be his body double, and shenanigans will be had. So
It's funny because one of my OCs is named Shenanigans.
really, yeah. But yeah,
I can't wait. I mean,
Anyone-
it's gonna, the closer it gets, the more you're looking forward to.
oh yeah, the anticipation is slowly building, and the more closer we get, the more information we'll have for you. The closer we get about our involvement, and the closer it gets, the more we'll be excited to tell you about what we're going to be doing. That is if things go
Even
through.
if they don't, like Spangle said, we'll be looking forward to seeing everybody that listens,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll shake everybody's hand, give them a hug. We're anxious to meet everybody.
We'll do something to make our organization stand out, approved or not. As long as it doesn't, we'll be smart about it, but we'll definitely be there.
We will be there in force.
Indeed, and I look forward to it. So I think that's a good way to, unless any closing comments, because we are about ready to wrap this thing up.
And in closing comments, don't get offended easily, please. For the sake of my sanity, don't.
Or if you want to see him go insane, do.
Also give him a bro hoof and make epic horse puns.
Oh yes, all the horse puns. Yes. Anyway.
Notice his silence?
I'll
That's
stab you in the
indicative of
eyes.
how awesome it would be.
Yes. I will say this much: you are free to give me a bro hoof. That I will return that, no problem. But I digress. I guess with this podcast wrapping up, everyone say your goodbyes, and we will sign off.
I will
See ya.
eviscerate you.
Goodbye, every pony. We'll hopefully see you all here next week.
Indeed. When in one of the upcoming podcasts, we do have Totally Not a Brony scheduled to show up, although the podcast has not been yet confirmed. But I am going to be working with him on determining a date, so look forward to that.
Yes, tell him we'll be gentle.
But I'm sorry, I did not catch your threat earlier, Firebrand. What was that? Miche kind of over.
I will eviscerate you.
Eviscerate.
A word of the day.
A word of the day, and keep that in mind when seeing Commander Firebrand at BronyCon, because you proceed at your own risk. Yeah.
2 words, warlock curses.
Okay, we have delayed this thing long enough. This has been the FOB Equestria Podcast. Semper Philly.
Semper Philly.